Well, speak properly, Andrew, will you? A very good afternoon from Glen Quaich, and I'm pointing the camera, of course, over to His Lordship's big house. I don't know if he's in residence or not. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's down in the big city. It's absolutely fabulous, it really is. It was a wonderful day in Aberfeldy, as you probably gather from my upload, but I've pulled into Glen Quaich just for a short visit on my return journey. It's stunning today, it really is. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's got a light breeze, but it's still too hot for the mountains. In all honesty, it's just torture climbing, and although it's if you get it in the right ridge with the wind against you, it's very pleasant, but also very draining. You need to carry lots of water and stuff, so you wouldn't think it's the same landscape that we normally visit in the winter months when there's snow coverings and stuff, eh? I like Glen Quaich when it's covered in snow. I like it at all seasons, actually. It's very beautiful. I think we'll go and sit upon the dike and have a cigarette. The land is it's very pleasant for June. You can see the breeze is always blowing here in Glen Quaich. It's very rarely you get it very calm. But quite blowy actually, not cold. I think I'll give myself a leap of faith. Not very happy about that. There's a dead carcass of a bird of prey lying just over where I was standing. That shouldn't be happening. Now the estates are very good with the wildlife, so I don't know what's happened to that buzzard. I think it's a buzzard. Yes, I think it's a buzzard. Not sure what, really what it is. It's too far gone. It's headless, so I'm not sure what's happened. It's not a good sign when you see any bird of prey lying defeated on the heathland. I might make inquiries the next time I'm speaking to anyone on the land. Is there any reason that this bird would have fallen from height? I'm going to go down the road and get myself some lunch because I've been away for quite a while. In fact, I must have arrived here at 10 minutes to 2. I don't check nowadays, but I always kind of know anyway. It's repeat patterns of these numbers, and so without even looking, I tend to know that this is the appointed time of arrival. There's a little butterfly, it's determined to come in and give me a kiss. It's flitting around at the rear of the vehicle. It's over the other side of the road now. But, for anyone who's looking at this footage, just in case you don't know where Glen Quaich is, it's in central Perthshire in Scotland. And Perthshire is absolutely beautiful. I think that you know, God himself decided that he would make arrangements for lots and different things, but he said to himself, I'm going to make Perthshire my pride and joy. I'm going to spend time just creating such a beautiful landscape that we would enjoy not only the valleys and the rivers and the forests and the trees, but also the heathland and the upper moors and the rock faces and the cliffs and the, you know, the lochans and the wider lochs and stuff like that. It really is quite fabulous. The only alterations are the man-made ones when they plant these thick woodlands, which look rather unsightly. But, yeah, I have to say, God's wonderful imagination. I mean, I've hinted and said before that our good Lord was probably the best mathematician ever, and he's calculated everything in the sky just to be precise, and it's just amazing, truly amazing. I was speaking to Her Ladyship at Amulree Castle on Saturday, and I was out to visit, and she very kindly showed me a geological map from the 1850s, which had been recently framed. She said she found it in a cupboard and she got it framed, and of course I didn't have my spectacles and she didn't have hers, but but we could both make out that the general line which runs through these stages. I think I mentioned that Skilly Crag just to the, I mean, it's quite obvious, running from Comrie across the moorland to the north side of the Amulree estate, and right across. I mean, it goes all the way from Helensburgh to Stonehaven, of course, but it's very obvious just in the north of Strathern. But I was telling her about when I used to be I've not loaded any of this stuff, you see. Unfortunately, I've not had time to get things organised, so you'll have to wait for lots of my chats. But I was telling her that when I used to be a field worker with the local council back in 1986, which involved interviewing people from the local parishes, i.e. my parish was the parish of Amulree. So simply it was chapping on doors, ringing doorbells, and hello, showing my pass thing and saying, I'm here to ask a few questions. I understand that you were brought up in the parish of Amulree. Would you mind asking a few questions? It's for an official survey. Yes, of course, come in. Would you like a cup of tea and a slice of cake? I said, oh yes, please. And you're a very pleasant young man. I think I know you. I know your father, and I know your mother. Yes. So what's this all about? Anyway, on the geological side of things, I understand from my memory, I've got the booklets still, I've got all the information. It's all been archived at it was archived at the Sandhaven Library where I was working from. And then they shifted everything over to the Bell Library. But I did ask them, and they said, no, it's all archived, it's still all there. And anyway, my situation was, I still refer to my notebook just for a bit of a glance. It's a long story, I won't go into all that just now, but my point of today is that question 10, although I didn't carry the sheet with me, I just had it from memory. I think it was number 10, yes. can I ask you finally, have you ever experienced an earthquake? And as I recall, it was almost 100% they had all experienced some level of seismic activity in the properties at some point. So I said to her ladyship, I said, and yourself, have you ever experienced an earthquake? This was on Saturday. And she said, 3 times. She described it perfectly for me. She says, well, I won't tell you exactly what she said because that's unfair. But then she then says to me, have you experienced that the windstorm? I said, oh yes. She says, well, it's like a gale force wind that comes rushing through, and when you look out the window, none of the trees are moving at all. That's a perfect way of explaining. No one's told me that in that format before, but all the people I'd interviewed had said they had crockery falling off the dressers and movement of the dishes and vases toppling in water swaying around in the bath and everything like that. So yes, there's a lot of seismic activity on the estate at Manee. Fascinating stuff, but anyway, I can't make these vlogs too long, otherwise I won't, if I look at it and say, oh, it's getting too long, I better not load that. So let me just cut short here, and let me get down the road and get some lunch. I'm absolutely famished. In actual fact, I decided to come along here to the Kirk. I thought it was right to do so. This is it's anniversary of my father's death on the 15th of June. It was 11 years ago. Although this is Thursday, it was a Friday it happened. I won't ever forget that day, ever. It was terrible. But I thought, in a sense, over the last 11 years, a lot's happened, and I wanted to give God thanks for seeing me through the worst of my troubles and, give me hope, just like it says in the third window there. With perfect silence. So I saw it from Glen Quaich before I closed off the last shot, and I just thought, the church wants to speak to me. And I want to speak to God, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to break for prayer. I think all of us that should take a moment out of our day just to, thank God for what we do have. And the abundance and the blessings that we have, and every single day. Look what we've got outside in the countryside. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I've said the Lord's Prayer as well, and there's such a peace in this church. It's just absolutely amazing. You've ever heard the expression dead silent? Well, this is silence, but it's not dead. It's very much alive. It's a silence which speaks and echoes to you. It's truly amazing. It's such a peaceful church. There's no other words to say it. It's filled with so much goodness. You can feel the energy. It's just beautiful. And of course, it's not sad. It's just showing gratitude to your. Well, just glance down at your body and think to yourself, "Oh, look what I've got." It's no accident, you see.